From 14 News, this is Touchdown Live in the Huddle, sponsored by your Tri-State Ford dealers. There's more in store. Stop by today.
Well, would you look at that? It's in the huddle time, Aaron. How about that?
That's right. It sure is. No better time in the week than where we are right now, because we have a packed show tonight.
That we do. We've got schedules, breakdowns, plus we're taking a deeper dive into the people who make up the teams with some interviews, feature stories to shine a spotlight on the minds behind the magic we see on the field every single week. But before we go any further, we've got to talk Player of the Week.
Yes.
From 14 News, this is Touchdown Live, Player of the Week, sponsored by your Tri-State Ford dealers. There's more in store. Stop by today.
All right, it is Player of the Week time. Before we talk about Week 2, we need to hear from our guy from Week 1, Aaron.
Yes, we do. Dylan Kendrick took home the prize in our Week 1 Player of the Week voting. So let's go get him that illustrious football and heap our praise.
Yeah, Aaron, I went out to do just that at Memorial's practice last night. I'm all set up, and what do I see? Just a mass of Tigers running towards me. So naturally, the next step was to just let them hype their own buddy up. Here's the Tiger presentation of our Week 1 Player of the Week award.
We're the Dylan Kendrick and Memorial Tigers. He played a really good game Friday. He had 62 yards, only 5 rushes, and 103 yards on 5 catches. What were your thoughts on your performance?
I thought I played good. I thought everybody contributed, and we just went out there and did our best.
All right, what do you got going for this Friday? You ready?
Yeah, I hope we go out there and get a win.
Yeah. There you have it. There we go. Player of the Week.
We got the 14 News Touchdown Live Player of the Week game ball here, Dylan Kendrick.
Let's go! Your sons go marching over to victory. Rah, rah, rah.
Hey, Tigers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Tigers!
That was your Memorial Tigers.
All right, not bad out there, guys. I was pretty impressed there. And that was Joseph Hickey on the mic. Hopefully he doesn't take our jobs, man.
Oh, let's
He's
hope
out there
not.
reporting, yeah.
We have a lot more work to do here, Max.
We do.
Including revealing our Week 2 Player of the Week winner. But before we can do that, we have to take one final look at who the nominees are.
Yeah, we start off hot off the block. Big-time performance last week from Jamontre Johnson. The Rights quarterback has been filling in for the starter Ben Davies, but you'd think this guy was the team star just from watching him play last week. Against Vincennes, Lincoln Johnson went 9 for 11, passing for 141 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Then he carried the ball 14 times for 101 yards and had a catch for 18 yards that went for a touchdown. Just a huge game for Johnson.
Yes, it was. All right, well, up next, it was a big night for the Central Bears last week, so why not nominate the whole team? Central took down the Bossy Bulldogs 15-14, earning their first win since the 2021 season. Elijah Pendleton and Nate Kano both caught passes from sophomore quarterback Hunter Broshears, and head coach Brandon Artis has talked about building brick by brick. Well, boys, this is a great one to lay down.
You got that right. Now, for our third nominee, let's take a short drive out of Evansville. We make a stop in North Posey High School. Jed Galvin, the running back in North Posey, he was a beast, man. 212 yards on 16 carries, and he put up 4 touchdowns in the scorebook on the night. North Posey, man, they cruised to a win, defeating Princeton 48-7.
Yes, they did. And now, last but certainly not least, we traveled over to our game of the week from last Friday, where our fourth nominee, Zach Foster, had himself a night. The junior quarterback for Gibson Southern found a rhythm early against Mount Carmel and finished 13 for 16, passing for 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then he also carried the ball 5 times for 28 yards, and he even caught a ball for a receiving touchdown.
All right, my friend, the votes, they are tallied.
That is right. We pick up the nominees. Then it's up to the fans to vote. And this week, who did they pick?
Well, they went Zach Foster all the way. And again, impressive stats across the board for all these guys. But just what we just said, a great game by Foster. He did it all. The best of the Titans grabbed the win, and best of all the Titans grabbed the win. Grammar's important, folks. So there you have it, your Week 2 Player of the Week winner, Zach Foster. We'll hear from him on next week's show.
That's right. And if you're wondering, how do you vote in future weeks? Well, download the 14 Sports app if you don't already have it by searching 14 Sports WFIE in the App Store. Find the Player of the Week tab by clicking the 3 bars in the upper left corner, Once you're there, click the heart button under the player you'd like to cast your vote for. The best part is you can vote as many times as you'd like, so just sit back and do 3 hours worth of voting.
Yes, do it. It's just the best. All right, coming up on In the Huddle, it's time for our Tri-State Insider segment. Mitch is ready to break down this week's game of the week, and he makes his pick on the game.
Before we break down the game of the week, we need to reveal it first, of course. That and much more is coming up.
Welcome back to In the Huddle. I'm joined by the one, the only, there can only be one, Tri-State football insider, Mitch Carter. Welcome to the show.
Max, thank you as always for having me. Ready to get week 3 rolling here. Got a fun matchup for you guys at home today.
Yeah, if you're new here, this is where we break down our Touchdown Live game of the week. Our resident football guy, Mitchell Carter, winning a state championship locally with Southridge. Wow. Then you went on to play college at where was it?
Place up north, Valencia, Indiana.
Ball State. That's a D1 college.
Go
Yeah.
Cards.
Yeah, we'll talk game of the week, who we're watching closely, and of course, we'll finish up with Carter's calls. I'm not going to make calls anymore because I'm terrible at it. You, though, are going to pick who's coming out on top.
2-0, baby. Starting out red hot. Max, tell them again who you picked last week.
I don't remember.
Okay, all right,
I don't
we'll move on
remember.
from
Redacted. All right. Well, I'm not looking for redemption this week because, again, 2-0. I'll just leave it to you, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk game of the week for week 3, and to do that, we'll need to head north.
That's right. We've got the Forest Park Rangers hosting the Tell City Marksman Battle of the PAC Small School Undefeated Schools, Max.
Yep. Coach Webb's Marksmen looking to add to a streak of shutouts. Meanwhile, Coach Terry Riggs over at Forest Park looking to do the exact same thing, only giving up 6 points against Princeton, then laying a goose egg on Perry Central. How about that?
Yeah, good games there. Well, let's start here with Forest Park, Max. Last year, they dropped a loss to the Marksmen in week 3, 21-42, adding to a 4-year streak of losing to Tell City since winning back-to-back against the Marksmen to end regular season play and then start their sectional play back in 2019. No doubt, Coach Riggs and his guys have got a chip on their shoulders looking to get their get-back against Tell City.
Oh, everybody loves a good motivated
And
game.
everybody
loves
wants
it.
revenge.
All right, here we go. Speaking of their guys, let's start with week 1. Player of the week nominee, senior running back Tyler Fetter. Against Princeton, our Aaron Hancock would say Fetter was better in the Rangers' 21-6 win. He toed to the rock 24 times for 166 yards and all 3 Ranger touchdowns. Solid performance, and expect more from him on the ground for Forest Park come Friday.
Yeah, look at the opposite side of the ball. It's how small school ball is played all across our area. Look to have your stud offensive guys also play defense. Dudes like Fetter will play running back, middle linebacker, and look to see a slew of upperclassmen take the field on Friday night, looking to keep points off the board and keep their winning streak alive. Obviously, your senior year, it matters a little bit more for you there, which so far this season they've been quite successful at. You know, like we mentioned, they're only giving up 6 points in 2 games. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and we'll hear more of the keys to the game from both coaches coming up later in the show. But I think we can both agree, just for us, a real test for that defense specifically is headed their way Friday night, and it's wearing number 21 and 22.
Yes, sir. Let's talk Terry twins for a
Always.
moment here. You know them. You love them. Back for their senior campaign is that 2-headed monster running back, Landon Terry, and Noah Terry. Now, Landon had over 1,400 yards with a school record 14.12 yards per carry, while Noah had over 1,300 yards and almost 11 yards per carry last season. Together, combined for 37 touchdowns. No secret out there who's leading that ground game on Friday night for the Marksmen.
Not at all. But on defense, similar story to Forest Park. This squad has yet to be scored on. I'd be hard-pressed to imagine they're looking to start now. Look to see bigs and even skill players going both ways in this battle of attrition on Friday night.
No doubt.
Mitch, we have seen the tape. We've got studs on both sides of the ball. We've talked the X's and O's. Carter's call. What you got?
Max, I'll tell you what, man, I'll get right to it here. This is 2 similar styles of football here, right? You've got 2 kind of hard-nosed teams, running backs on both sides you love with Fetter and then, of course, the Terry twins. But I believe in my heart of hearts here, the Rangers are letting a wolf in the hen house with that offensive firepower of Landon and Noah. The Marksmen as a whole, keeping that win streak alive. Give me TC for the 5th, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a row, baby.
That's
give me
a
Tell
lot of
City,
years
give me the
in a row.
Marksmen come Friday night.
Mitch, I'm no man to doubt you, so you know what? I'll call it Max's pick, but it's just Carter's pick, but I'm saying it. Okay, cool, awesome. Wait, great, we got that in the books. Now I'm 2-0 too.
Let's see
Soon
it.
to be maybe 2-3. We'll have to find out. We're looking forward to that Friday night matchup. Always fun previewing our top game. We're getting ready for it. Now out goes Mitch, back comes Aaron. Let's shift over to a very exciting story from last Friday, Aaron.
Yes, Max, I got the chance to check in with the Central Bears, who are riding a lot of excitement right now. The Brown and Gold won their first game in nearly 3 full seasons Friday with a dramatic 15-14 win over Boise. Before that, their last victory came way back on October 1st, 2021. So no doubt ending their 24-game losing streak felt great, and it was very dramatic as they scored the go-ahead touchdown on a fade pass from Hunter Broshears to Nathaniel Kano in the waning minutes.
Me and Kano had been working on that fade ball, goal line fade all summer. So whenever I saw the matchup I wanted, I was like, hey, let's give him a shot. And I was fully confident that we have not scored that second down play. We were going to do it 2 more times.
Hunter Broshears, Nate Kano, Devin Stewart, our offensive line, Elijah Pendleton, those guys started seeing stuff, started talking about what they saw, and we just ran what they saw. Bosse believed in their guys. They going to go one-on-one coverage. Guys came to the sideline and said, hey, we got an opportunity, and we believed in what they were saying. I let them call it, and the rest is history.
No doubt this win is very important for the Bears program moving forward in that it now gives this team the confidence that they sorely missed.
Guys believe in themselves. And whatever, I tell guys, like, we were building off of the Bosse win. Ultimately, I feel good for our kids. Our guys, the student population, fans, teachers, everybody that's involved with Central, everybody can, like, have a sigh of relief. It's a huge step in the right direction. It shows our kids that we are capable of winning. It was ugly, but we figured it out. And so our kids know that we can win. So that's one barrier in itself.
The last couple of years, you could tell that, like, people would be working, but one bad thing would happen and you would just quit. I think Coach Art is just planting into our brains that one bad thing doesn't determine the outcome of the game really helped.
And now Central will try to make it 2 wins in a row this Friday. Ooh, their work is cut out for them, though, when they go up against conference rival Memorial. They're 2-0. The game 6:30 at Enloe Field. Max, you're going to be there for that one.
I sure am. But coming up on In the Huddle, don't go anywhere. We hear from the head coaches from both of our Game of the Week teams to get their insight on the big Friday game.
Plus, Mitch is back. He'll be over at the Telestrator to bring you a breakdown of his favorite plays from Week 2.
Relive the biggest moments from Friday night's high school football games with Touchdown Live Turf Talk. We show you the top 5 plays of the week and break down who's going head-to-head in this week's biggest matchups. Touchdown Live Turf Talk, streaming every Tuesday on your favorite 14-news streaming device.
Welcome back in. We've broken down our Game of the Week with Mitch. Aaron, let's hear from these coaches now.
That's right. Let's do it. If you missed it earlier, this week's Game of the Week is Forest Park hosting Tell City. As we will hear, these coaches talk about the defenses are tough on both sides.
Yeah, Forest Park has allowed 6 points, Tell City 0, but both teams have had strong offensive showings, with Tell City scoring 42 and then 49 points, and that offensive charge is led by the always dangerous Noah and Landon Terry, twins who just run the ball like crazy. Forest Park head coach Terry Riggs had only one word for what the Rangers must do to halt that attack.
Tackling. It was simple as that, being physical, making sure we're in the right fits, making sure our kids know where to align, looking at their tendencies, things like that. Both of our defenses have allowed 0 to, we're averaging 3 points a game, so it's going to be a defensive battle as well. Offensively, we're pretty multiple in what we do, trying to put our playmakers in different spots.
Now we move over to Tell City. Head coach Malin Webb and his squad have, well, almost exactly the same keys to the game. The Forest Park offense, led by Tyler Fetter, has been strong, posting 63 points in just 2 games. It's now on the marksmen to try and slow them down.
The message this week defensively is, to make Forest Park feel like there's 14 guys on our defense. We have to relentlessly pursue the football We have to be great in terms of ice tackling. We got to have our ends, set the edge, and we got to have everybody else flying to the football. And Forest Park's defense, they're really good too. I think that they've averaged 3 points that they've allowed all year long, and we've allowed 0. So it's going to be, I think, a really great game, both offensively and defensively.
Very much looking forward to that game, but you know what else I'm looking forward to, Aaron?
What's that?
Well, it's listening to Mitch Carter over at our Top Plays Telestrator, Aaron.
Ah, yes. That is very exciting.
Yes.
Mitch, take it away.
Welcome back in for Top Plays in Week 3 here. So we review the best plays of Week 2. Starting off here, let's head east to Owensboro, getting right into it. Another game in the city-county rivalry took place. 1-0, Owensboro Catholic hosting 0-1, Davis County. Go ahead and roll it here. On DC's punt, the punter receives a bad snap there, fumbles it a bit, picks it up, getting away from traffic there, come around the side here, and we'll stop right there. Yikes, trying to run out of the end zone, but this little blur right here, you know him, you love him. That's number 4, that's Vince Carrico. Now, historically, punters are back there. Not that they can't run the ball, not that they can't throw the ball, of course, but they're good at punting. They're not really meant to be trucking people, running into traffic, so let's go ahead and roll the clip. Watch 89 here and watch Vince Carrico deliver a boom right there. 89 is out. Number 4, get up and celebrate with the dogs. You hate to see that. Hope he's okay. But, of course, great play there on defense. Catholic gets that safety, 9-0 aces right there, and they move on to win that game pretty handily there against Davis County. Now, switch up conferences again here. Dip back into Pocket Athletic Conference here. North Posey back home again, looking for 2 straight wins as they hosted 0-1 Princeton. Let's go ahead and roll this here. Starting with the Vikings on offense, I want to watch the O-line. Pause it right there. The O-line here, right? As soon as the ball's snapped, watch all of them right here take this inside step with their right feet. And I'll be honest with you, watching this from this angle, I can't tell if it's a dive concept or maybe a zone concept, but watching them move their right foot right there, the idea is that you stay kind of on this right angle here with the running back behind you, following you. He's looking to hit that A gap in between the center and the guard. If that fills up, just bounce out and out and out till you find an opening. Of course, North Posey here laying it on Princeton. These big men getting that movement right away all across the D-line here. Roll the clip. You'll see it. You'll watch it. Watch them get that movement right away. Bam, there they go. Guys climb to the second level right there, and a great block out here from 15 on that DB. That's all she wrote. That's good running right there. Jackson Graff back and better than ever. Touchdown, Vikings. End up pulling that one out 42-7. Very, very handy win there for North Posey. So finally here, let's return to Kentucky. We have several good matchups there, including Henderson County at home hosting a very good South Warren program who's won state titles recently. Fast forward to the third quarter here. It is hotly contested. Did somebody say defensive episode? Roll this thing really quick here. Watch off the edge right here. Here comes number 5 creeping. Stop it right there. Number 5's got a head of steam, and number 2 right here. I couldn't tell if it's the running back pulling out or the wing coming out, but watch these two collide right there. South Warren, of course, looking to hold things up right here. Got some hands around the back here doing some holding, and this guy's out of position right here. Go ahead and roll the clip and watch him dominate the block right there. Cram right through it. Pressure immediately. There go the boys getting their sack. Ball comes out. There they go falling on it. Strip sack by Henderson County. Jericho Butler recovers it. Also got a sack the play before. Unfortunately, Colonels end up losing a heartbreaker 43-33, but great play there and a great slate of Week 3 plays. Join us next for Week 4 as we break down our favorite plays once again.
All right, thanks, Mitch. You're a football wizard. Next on In the Huddle, though, Aaron Hancock is back in the red zone, and we'll break down the schedules for the other games in our area as we get ready for the most wonderful time of the year. It's Week 3 on the gridiron.
Relive the biggest moments from Friday night's high school football games with Touchdown Live Turf Talk. We show you the top 5 plays of the week and break down who's going head-to-head in this week's biggest matchups. Touchdown Live Turf Talk, streaming every Tuesday on your favorite 14-news streaming device.
Welcome back in, folks. It is that time of night. Let's get to know a player a little bit better. Aaron Hancock hit to town to find who he's going to take into the red zone.
Hey Max, yes, we're here with Central's Hunter Broshier, a sophomore quarterback. He is joining us in the red zone. How's it going?
Nothing much. How about you?
All right, we are good, and we're going to get this thing going. First of all, what is your favorite pregame hype-up song?
Honestly, I feel like I'm a little bit different than other kids, and I think I'm going with I'm Still Standing by Elton John. So,
all right, what about your favorite pregame meal?
I'd say just probably an Uncrustable with like some crackers and maybe a Gatorade.
Okay, nothing too heavy then.
No, that's for after the game. So,
What about your favorite coach artist quote?
I think I gotta go with "We gotta get reps." He says it at every practice, and our players have just started mimicking him on it, and we think it's hilarious. So,
Who on this team is the biggest prankster?
probably Kevin Green, junior safety. He just be doing stupid stuff all the time. So, but not in a bad way. Like it's great about him, so we love him.
Who do you guys consider your biggest rival?
Definitely North. Like we don't even say their name at school, so we're not allowed to. So,
It is a big rivalry. How about your favorite video game?
probably Madden. I only play sports games, so.
All right, and what is your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school is math, and my mom is actually my math teacher this year, so if I mess up on a test, that would not be good at home, so.
Keep those good grades in math.
We're doing good so far, so.
All right, Hunter, well, that will do it for this. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
All right, we'll send it back to you guys.
Aaron, you've always got to extend the red zone timer when we're talking math. How can you not? We love math here. We love math. Excellent, Aaron. Good questions as always. Good answers. A-pluses all around, I'd say, right?
Hopefully Hunter is getting an A+ in
Yes.
math.
Excellent tie-in. Excellent tie-in, Aaron.
All right, well, we cannot dwell on that too long here. We have a packed Friday slate to preview.
Yes, we do. And since you're so eager, I'll let you start us off. What have we got, Aaron?
Well, it'll be the new turf field debut over at John Lighty Field, home of the Castle Knights. They will be hosting Boise as they christen the new field. And then a little bit back into town, Harrison will have their home opener as they will take on North, who hits the road for the first time this year. And then over at the Jungle, Heritage Hills will have its home opener as they will welcome in Boonville. That should be a good one. And then the Gibson County rivalry is renewed, this time in Princeton. Gibson Southern will be there at 7 o'clock. And then a little bit over in Posey County, Mount Vernon welcomes in a 2-0 Pike Central squad at 6:30. And then over in Illinois, Fairfield finally gets to play its first game after not getting to play last week. They host El Dorado.
Awesome, Aaron. Let's check out some more. We've got Meade County, the Green Wave, visiting the Apollo Eagles at 7 o'clock. Same kickoff time for Hancock County, the Hornets hosting the Eagles of Ohio County. Then moving along, Hopkins County Central, they're visiting Madisonville at 7 o'clock. Same time for Central Hardin, paying a visit to Henderson County. And finally, Davis County at Owensboro. That's always a big one. And along the themes of rivalries, one more big one right back here in town. Jasper taking on the Wrights Panthers. That game is at 6:30. All right, well, a packed slate. That'll do it. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Touchdown Live in the Huddle, our pregame show.
Yes, we'll be back each Thursday night at 7 o'clock to preview teams across the area. Of course, this would not have been possible without our entire production crew and marketing team. Thanks for all of the work you guys have put in to make this happen.
Oh yeah, for highlights of all your favorite games, be sure to join us back here for our Touchdown Live show every Friday night on our 14 Sports app at 10:35. But for your first look at the highlights, make sure to join us on 14 News at 10 tomorrow. We'll see you there.